welcome back to my channel. It is Shania and I'm back with another video. Today we are doing 2 braids on thick natural hair. And yeah, I'm gonna just take y'all with me through this process and explain to you what I'm doing. So I always start out with just parting it down the middle. Of course, you know, that's if they want a middle part. But I like to come in front of my client's face and look at them, kind of look between their eyes and make sure it's right there in the center. And then just bring it all the way down. Also, I'll look at the back of their neck and kind of do the same thing that I did in the front, kind of find that middle, and basically just bring the two together. I know this part is kind of sort of controversial. I get a lot of compliments of people saying like, stop putting gel on people's scalp, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, just do what you want to do. If you don't want the gel on their scalp, they don't want the gel on their scalp, don't do it. But to be real, y'all, putting all this gel on their hair, period, it's gonna get in their scalp regardless. So if they want it, cool. If they don't, cool. It don't really matter. I like to do it because it helps me clean up the parts better, but do whatever you want to do for yourself. I actually had to go back in and blow dry her hair a little bit more just so I can make this process a little easier, because if y'all already do hair, then y'all know 2 braids can be tough, especially if your client has a lot of hair and she wanted her braids thick. So yeah, the grip had to grip, and it would just make it harder if I didn't blow dry her hair, because then I would have to worry about combing it through and all of that extra. So I just went ahead and blow dried it a little bit more. So I like to layer in the gel. What you see me using right now is Shine and Jam. I'm gonna link both of the products that I'm using in the description box. I'm using Shine and Jam, the orange one, and then I'm also using Lock and Twist gel. The Lock and Twist gel is very thick and it has like a pretty strong hold. And I found that if I use that throughout their hair, it's kind of too much. Like the Shine and Jam is a more slippery product, but it still has a hold. So I like to use that so it's easier for me to do this part right here and comb through it. This part that you see me doing right now is just like my guide of where I want the braid to lay. And it also helps me keep the left side and the right side separated, because if you do stitch braids, then you do know that it's important for you to keep them separate in order for it to look like really neat. So I also do that part to keep the left and the right separated. Most of the time when I'm doing 2 braids, I'll always use a comb to stitch. The only time that I really will use my nails is if my client has like thinner hair or like fine, silkier hair. I just find that the comb makes it a lot easier for me, especially on thick hair, because it's like it's smoothing it and like combing it through while stitching at the same time, as opposed to if you're using your hands, it's just creating that part but not necessarily like smoothing it, if that makes sense. I like to keep the parts pretty small and each stitch pretty small, especially on my thick hair clients, because it just helps me control it a little bit better and help me with my grip, because the bigger the pieces get, the harder it gets to keep your grip. And like I said, she wants her braids thick, so I'm about to add hair soon. So yeah, I keep those stitches small so I can have more control. 2 braids seem very easy, but this is actually a pretty time consuming and tedious style. one of my tips would definitely be just take your time, take it stitch by stitch, make sure you're still smoothing it, and just take your time, because I know sometimes we can feel rushed and feel like we're taking forever, but no, if they want them to look good, then it takes a little time. Typically my 2-braid appointment is about an hour and a half from start to finish, just because it definitely takes time. It could definitely be faster than that depending on the client, but most all of my clients always have thick hair or long hair, so yeah, I just take my time. If you want to see a specific style, make sure you comment down below and let me know, and I will try to make it happen. If you don't already, follow me on Instagram. I post there way more often than here. If y'all don't follow me on Instagram, y'all definitely should, because I pretty much post every day, every other day. And there's educational posts on there too, not just my work. If y'all love this tutorial, make sure you comment down below and let me know. If you want something that's a little bit more detailed, then I do have an online course for this style specifically, and just to celebrate me being back on YouTube and to give y'all a little something extra for sticking around with my inconsistency, I have a coupon code for y'all. So if you're interested in the online course, use the code YouTube in all caps and you will get it for $25. So if you're interested in that, make sure you check the description box. I'll make sure I put all the information in there. What I just sprayed on her edges was heat protectant. And I like to use beeswax just because nowadays, everybody wants the soft edge look. So I kind of just use the flat iron with the beeswax. That is completely optional. You can use what works for you. If you don't like heat, then you can just use edge control, or you can just not leave your edges out at all. It all depends on what you want. This mousse I'm using is by Nairobi. I will definitely be linking this below too for y'all who want to try it. It's literally my favorite mousse. It smells so good. All right, y'all, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you made it to the end, make sure you comment down below with some yellow hearts, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.